and today we are talking about the process of repairing trust, and we just want to jump right in. So Brad, let's talk to them about repairing trust.
Yeah, there's a pattern that researchers have identified, or a process that researchers have identified that helps couples repair trust. And it's a research-based model. It explains why just apologizing often doesn't do the work, the deeper work that people need to build trust. And the big idea is that trust repair is not a one-time, trust repair is not a one-person project. It's not just up to one person to rebuild trust. It's actually a two-way back and forth process between two people. That's what they discovered. And like we've talked about before, there's research on what they call the victim-perpetrator dynamic. One person gets wronged, the other person did the offense, but it's up to both people to repair trust. So on one side is the person who was hurt and whose trust was violated. In the research, they call this the trustor. We're just going to we're going to use our normal language around that instead of saying truster. But it's the person who was, so on one side is the person who was hurt and whose trust was violated. And then on the other side, Morgan, is the trustee. That's the person who caused the damage or is accused of causing it. So you have the truster, the person who was injured, whose trust was violated, and then you have the other person, obviously, who caused the damage, or at the very least has been accused of causing that damage. And what this model says, this process says, is that it says something really important.